On page 20, we have our lesson for 3.6, graphing linear equations. Go ahead and copy these notes because these notes are actually the steps you're going to take to be able to help you to graph. First and foremost, you want to check to see that your equation that's given to you is in slope-intercept form. Because sometimes it might not be in the form you wanted it. And you're going to have to change it so it's in slope-intercept form, meaning y equals. Then you identify the slope and y-intercept so that we can plot the y-intercept and then use our slope or rise over run to get our second point. Then we draw a line through the points and have arrows at the end of them. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. I'm going to get started on problem number 1. So first step, check to see if it's in slope-intercept form. Yes, this equation is in slope-intercept form. That means I can identify my m, which in this case, I'm going to change it so it's rise over run, -8 over 1. And I have my b, which is -2. Another way to write my b, my y-intercept, is 0, -2. So when I plot it, I go to 0, -2. Awesome. Now I can use my slope of -8 over 1 to get to my next point. So I'm going to go down. I start at this point, right? I am not starting at the origin. I start at the point I plotted. I'm going to go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, just close enough. Then I'm going to go to the right 1. So I get my point right here. Now let's say it went off the graph and it's like, oh, that's not going to work. Remember, this is the same as 8 over -1. We can move that negative sign. So I start at the point that I have. I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to go back 1 to the left 1. And here we go. Now I can draw my line straight through. Well, let's fix that again. Right? Straight through with arrows at the end. But let's go to page 21 because over there, take a look at this. Number 3, let's do specifically number 3. That is not set up the way I need it to be. I need to subtract 4x. I need to solve for y. So then I get 8y equals -4x plus 16. Divide everything by 8. I get y equals -1/2 x plus 2. Now I can identify my slope. My slope is -1/2, and my y-intercept is 2, which I'm going to write as 0, 2. I'm going to plot 0, 2. And step 4, I'm using my slope that I have here to count to get to the next point. So I go down 1, because it's -1, to the right 2. So I plot this. If I wanted to go the other way, I can make it so it's 1 over -2. I can use either one of those. So I go up, I go up 1 and to the left 2. There we go. So I can draw my line. Now, these rules don't change for problems like number 5 and 6. If you notice, we only have one variable here, meaning these are special cases. We have to solve for that variable and then use the special case. So I'm going to do number 6 because that's the one that tends to confuse the most people. So number 6, if I divide by 7, I get x equals -8 over 7. Okay, x equals, it's a VUX because it's an x equals equation. I know it's an undefined slope, so I actually, I can write m equals undefined. That doesn't help me in graphing it. But I also know the v means vertical, right? It's going to be a vertical line through the x-axis at -8 over 7. So I go -1, just like a little bit past the -1 because we're just estimating it, and I'm going straight up and down. You also notice with special case, right, when it's x equals, there is no y-intercept. So if I asked you for the y-intercept, you would write none because there is none. So special cases, even if I ask you to graph them here, you should still be able to rearrange it to be able to graph it going through those steps. Go ahead and continue with your practice.